What's up, everyone? It's Corey Parks here with Hydro Help 911. Today we're going to go over the 4 ways that moisture or water gets inside of a crawl space. The first way, of course, is a plumbing leak. If you've got a plumbing leak under your house, there's going to be standing water. So the second is going to be due to the groundwater, whether that water is coming through the foundation walls or hydrostatic pressure is pushing it up. The third and fourth kind of go hand in hand. It's the open foundation vents. Them open foundation vents allow the humidity from the outside air that we're so accustomed to here in North Carolina to flow through them foundation vents into the crawl space. So the third is humidity. And the fourth is that same air, that same hot air, because of the temperature of it, as it flows under the crawl space, when it comes in contact with them cool surfaces, whether it be the plumbing, water, sewer lines, the cool HVAC ducting, anything like that, creates condensation, and you'll see the condensation hanging off of it. And oftentimes when you look below that ductwork or plumbing, you'll see little puddles of water everywhere. So we'll say condensation. So to stop your water and moisture issues in a crawl space, you have to solve really 2 through 4. 1 we'll never be able to solve. That'll just be something that happens and you'll just have to get it fixed. The insurance take care of it, whatever the case may be. Number 3 and 4, really the fix for that is closing them foundation vents and installing a dehumidifier. That's how you fix them. That's pretty simple. What I want to talk about today is the groundwater. How do we stop the groundwater? There's 2 different issues when it comes to groundwater. One, the water coming through the foundation wall, and then 2, the water being pushed up. So you really can split this off. So hydrostatic pressure and water intrusion. You can also refer to these as groundwater seepage. You may hear some people talk to them as groundwater seepage. The water intrusion theoretically should be pretty easy to stop. We extend the gutters. We work on the grading outside, get it sloping away from the house, and theoretically that should take care of it. You know, maybe put a sealant on the foundation wall. If it's a basement, you got to put a sealant. If it's a crawl space, North Carolina code requires damp proofing. Damp proofing, as you can imagine, is not necessarily waterproofing. But the issue comes in with the hydrostatic pressure. How do we stop that water from pushing up? Well, first we've got to know what is hydrostatic pressure. If you YouTube Crawlspace or basement bowl effect or the clay bowl effect, I know I've got a video out there. I think there's a couple other videos that talk about what it is, but to give us a better understanding, turn pages so I got a little bit bigger here. So what we have here is a foundation wall, the footer, and a foundation wall, footer, and a foundation wall. The same premise goes for a crawl space or a basement. This in between here, that could be dirt or it could be a slab, either or. But this is under your house, and then when they built that house, especially if it's a basement, but they also do it as a crawl space as well, they're actually going to over dig when they do the grading for your house. So you're going to have room on the outside of your basement walls or crawl space walls for the masons to get in there and lay the brick and block and all that stuff. So this over dig is really important because when they put the dirt back, they don't compact it. It's just loose fill dirt. Even if it's been there for 50 years, it still is not compacted like this dirt that's out here. So when we talk about extending gutters, this is one of the reasons why it's so important that we tell people 6 to 8 foot away from the house. Most over digs, especially on basements, are 3 to 5 feet. Now, if they have to dig 13 foot down, that overdig may be 8 foot, according to OSHA guidelines and stuff like that. But if we can get them gutters, extending 6 to 8 foot away, then it gets that water past this loose soil. Because what happens is when them gutters aren't extended away, that water can seep down in that loose soil, and that water sits. That water sits down here. And if enough water comes down in this area, then it starts pushing up. That water will start filling this bowl up. Think about a bowl. It'll start filling that bowl up. If it's a basement slab, then it's going to put pressure under the slab, and it's going to continue filling up on the sides. Well, eventually it's going to build up enough pressure inside this bowl to start putting hydrostatic pressure inward on your walls. If you have a basement and you have a horizontal crack running across that basement, that's from hydrostatic pressure. That's from this water pressure pushing in on them walls. If you're getting leaks, 3, 4, 5 foot up your basement walls, that's from that hydrostatic pressure pushing that water in. So eventually that water's going to make its way inside, whether it's a crack up on your wall or the joint right here where the slab and the basement wall meet. It's called the cove joint. If it's a crawl space, well, there's no slab. It's just going to be standing water as this bowl fills up. So how do we solve this issue? Well, extending the gutters, grading is always, key. The other thing is a drainage system. Well, do we stop the water before it comes in? Do we stop the water after it comes in? Well, that's always the big debate. To most homeowners, stopping the water before it comes in makes sense. And in certain cases, that is the best way. But in our industry, we're fans of interior drain systems. The reason we like interior drain systems is because you can stop this bowl effect, this water from pushing up. You're not necessarily stopping it. What you're doing is actually you're managing it, which is just part of home ownership. If you think about why you put gutters on your house, you think about why you should extend your gutters away from your house. You think about why code says the dirt should fall away from your house. It's all about water management when it comes to owning a home. So with that, installing a drainage system basically says that we're going to install a pipe on the inside of the crawl space or basement. We can do the same thing. And we're going to run it to a sump pump. We're going to manage that water. As it comes in, we're going to get that water out of there. What we're trying to avoid is a bunch of water sitting down under your house. Now, will we get it all? No, probably not. But a lot of that has to depend on how deep your footers are, how deep your foundation walls go, stuff like that. So the interior drain system relieves pressure, mostly this pressure pushing up. We can take care of this pressure by doing the exterior and putting a foundation drain beside the footer, on the exterior, beside the footer. There's a lot of site work guys or grading guys that would drop that footer right on top. And we just happen to be working on a project right now where that was the issue. Even if your waterproof coating degrades and breaks down over time, if you put that foundation drain on the side and you backfill it properly, if it's a basement, it needs to be backfilled with gravel, clean gravel, number 57 or number 67 stone. But if you put that foundation drain beside of the footer and you wrap it with the approved filter fabric, not fabric from Lowe's, they don't sell the right stuff, then that foundation drain exterior foundation drain will take care of 99% of your problems. This is just a good representation of that bowl effect and why we tell people, again, the gutters, the grading, interior drain systems we can warranty a lot better than the exterior. The exterior drainage, specifically our warranty, covers water from pushing through. So if we do an exterior waterproofing project, we're going to warranty water from pushing through the foundation wall, but we will not warranty the water from pushing up. I hope this answers some of your questions about interior drainage systems, exterior drainage systems, the clay bowl effect, or some people call it the basement bowl effect. If you got any questions, give us a call, 704-813-9554. Y'all have a good day.